When you think about celebrities, there are a few thoughts that no doubt cross your mind, including that they are very rich. Plus, many of them are so rich that they can spend millions on something and not even put a dent into their bank accounts. Which means they can get things like private jets, massive mansions, and if they're lucky, they can get their own private island. You might think that this is a rare thing, but believe it or not, many celebrities actually have their own private island to relax on. Allow us to show you 8 of the most expensive islands owned by celebrities. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 8. Little Halls Pond Cay. Johnny Depp reportedly fell in love with Little Halls Pond Cay while shooting for Pirates of the Caribbean. It was enough to convince him to buy the private island for $3.6 million. The 45-acre island in the Bahamas is everything you would hope a private island would be. The island is blessed with an abundance of scenic beauty, including a lagoon surrounded by palm trees and 6 untouched white sand beaches, each named after a member of his family. The island also has a water body called Heath's Place, named after the late Heath Ledger. The homes here are solar-powered. For transportation, the fleet of golf carts comes in handy. Given the legal trouble that Johnny Depp is in right now and the brutal court case with his ex-wife Amber Heard, you can bet that Johnny wishes he could escape to this island right now. Number 7. Leaf Cay. Actor Nicolas Cage also joined the private island bandwagon when he purchased Leaf Cay for $8.5 million in 2006. This was not Nick's first tryst with private islands owned by celebrities, however. At the time of purchasing Leaf Cay, the actor already owned a home on Paradise Island in the Bahamas. Leaf Cay is located within Exuma Cays in the Bahamas, close to Johnny Depp's Little Halls Pond Cay and Tim McGraw and Faith Hill's Goat Cay. The island houses several buildings, including luxury hotels. High-profile visitors can use the 1,500-foot airstrip and the marina. The island's power supply comes from the Bahamas government, and there's a solar-powered backup system. What might be the most ironic thing about this purchase is that it's one in a long line of purchases from Nick Cage that shows he's not the most responsible person with money. He's a guy who not only has debt, but arguably does it better than anyone else. But still, at the time, the island purchase might have been one of the best things he bought. At least in his mind. Number 6. Kanye West's daughter's island. How much are you willing to spend on your child when you have one? It's noted that from birth to college, an average American couple spends $1 million on their kids. When you add up all the things you buy for them, it makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is looking at your 2-year-old daughter and going, hey, maybe we should buy her a private island. It may seem like no one in their right mind would do that, but when those parents are Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, yeah, it seems like something they would do. And they did. They went and bought an entire island off the coast of Grenada for their daughter North. The plan is that by the time she's 18 years old, she'll not only have the island to go to, but an entire mansion built there. More than likely, they'll have the house built as she grows older and develops her tastes and personality. Though what exactly that is unclear because she's still a child and probably doesn't even understand what it means to own a whole island. What's the cost of the island, you ask? Why, $12 million. All for an island that's for his daughter who really can't even live there right now, and hopefully will want an island when the time comes. We bet many of you right now are wishing you were this rich that you could do stuff like this. But let's be honest with ourselves. Why do that? Why give her an island she won't be on, or even around more than likely, for many years to come? Plus, while not technically likely, there's a good chance that they'll have to sell the island before the time comes for North to claim it, because they might need money or something. Or maybe they'll wake up and go, our daughter doesn't need an island. But why dream that big? Number 5. Mago. Mel Gibson is many things in Hollywood, and one of those things is a cautionary tale of how excessive use of alcohol can basically ruin a career. Yet, he's bounced back from it, and before his biggest scandal, he decided to go and make a big purchase. Mel Gibson splurged on a 5,400-acre private island in the year 2005. He bought the private island, one of the largest in the South Pacific, for $15 million. But there's a twist here, because unlike many others, Mel Gibson didn't want to do development on Mago Island. He's happy with its natural feel. According to reports, he only has a few Fijian caretakers to look after his residents on this large island. That's honestly not what you'd expect from Mel, especially given his views on things. But apparently, he's a man who appreciates natural beauty, and that's to be appreciated. Number 4. Rooster Cay. Hollywood funny man Eddie Murphy laughs his way to the bank. The actor has many times been one of the top earners in Hollywood, so it's not too surprising to hear that he parted with $15 million to buy a private island of his own in the Bahamas. Like many most expensive private islands owned by celebrities, Rooster Cay is a picture of untouched beauty. Located in the Long Cay region, Eddie's Rooster Cay is very close to Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas. However, despite its prime location, it remains a pristine paradise. The actor bought the island in 2007. While it's true Eddie Murphy isn't one of the biggest funny men in the business nowadays, he was easily doing enough to get this island, and no one can take that away from him. So sometimes to make money, make 'em laugh. Number 3. Bonds Cay. The idea of having one's own private island appeals to most celebrities who have the financial wherewithal to own one. One such celebrity is pop star Shakira, who earned fame via her singing and her dance moves. Also, you might recall that her and Jennifer Lopez rocked the stage at the most recent Super Bowl. The singer got together with Pink Floyd frontman Roger Waters and Spanish pop star Alejandra Sanz to purchase the Bahamian island of Bonds Cay for $16 million. The 700-acre island already houses luxury hotels and condos, in addition to expansive private beaches, art galleries, and an 18-hole golf course. But the trio of owners appears keen to develop the region further and turn it into some kind of artist retreat. This one's honestly really interesting to talk about from a buyer and development perspective, because instead of shelling out a bunch of money alone, Shakira, Roger, and Alejandro were smart and realized they would be better off financially if they all came together to do it. Plus, with each of them having an equal share in the island, it can develop into something special that they might not have been able to think of or do on their own. Number 2. Abramovich Island in St. Bart's. Roman Abramovich may not exactly be a movie star or a Grammy-winning musician, but for one of the richest men in the world, it's hard not to call his wealth a kind of celebrity. The Russian oligarch purchased a private island in St. Bart's for an incredible $90 million. The island now houses a 70-acre estate. The island also played venue to a hip and happening New Year's Eve party on December 31st, 2010 that drew the likes of Fergie, Salma Hayek, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, P. Diddy, and Ellen DeGeneres. The estate houses tennis courts, swimming pools, and all the luxury amenities that a billionaire might need. And for those who still may not be convinced of his wealth and status, he owns very famous sports clubs, is worth many billions, and decided to name the island after himself. You don't just do that unless you have the wealth and status to back that up, which he clearly does. Plus, he was willing to spend $90 million on one island so he can go party. Are you able to do that? Number 1. Lanai. You hear of small vacation islands being bought for unbelievable prices, but did you ever imagine that a Hawaiian island would be one of those islands bought? Because that's exactly what happened. Software tycoon Larry Ellison purchased 98% of the 141 square mile resort island known as Lanai. The price of the final transaction remains undisclosed, but some media reports have put the figure somewhere between $500 million and $600 million. If the figures are correct, this private island sale beats even Roman Abramovich's Abramovich Island in the price stakes. Ellison purchased this island from Dole Foods' billionaire owner David Murdoch. The extravagant Ellison is expected to invest widely in this popular tourist paradise. Now, unlike many islands on this list, it's very clear that Ellison isn't buying this island for himself to relax on, but rather as a business venture to go and make more money. Which makes sense given the money that he spent on it. But still, that's a lot of money to spend on one island that you'll have to go and invest even more in just to make a buck. But that just proves how rich Ellison is, because clearly, this doesn't affect him that much. So, what did you think? What did you think of this look at private islands owned by celebrities and rich people that truly boggle the mind in terms of their value and how much they paid for them? Can you believe that they spent that much money on these islands? Which island would you yourself want to go and live on? Let us know in the comments below, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.